Oh man, I can't believe I'm doing this.
Try to think about something else. Like how there's no sink in there.
So what if there's no... Oh my god!
Yeah.
There's no sink!
You know what, looking back on it, I would have to say that season 2 of Archer is still one of my favorite ones, just because of all the great episodes that are contained within it. Starting off with that like really strong season premiere. You know, at first it seems like a little weird that, it's about a 16-year-old girl that's hitting on Archer. And it seems more like a Three Companies bit.
Oh, like you didn't... No!
What is wrong with you?
Did no one just see that?
But you have that part where they start to actually make a genuine connection. And I think that was a nice start, especially since the first season, where Archer like really, really comes off as just like a huge asshole. It was at the tail end where he kind of, we kind of see more relationship with him and his mother, with the whole Russians putting a microchip in his head, and she makes him a grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese.
What?
Grill me a cheese.
I'm not grilling you a cheese.
But I think they do it like a really good job in this episode, sort of humanizing Archer, with them having a connection and then realizing that what makes Archer Archer is his tumultuous past, his sort of his constant upheaval with his mother being, a spy or a mercenary for hire.
I don't have a mother, and if I did, I'd hate her.
And he can relate to the young girl, although he's not that self-aware.
Because you're insecure, so you overcompensate and come across as...
some kind of snob or...
arrogant. Yeah, I get it, Anka.
You know, Archer, I think you and I are a lot alike.
I don't do that.
Also, I just really like the writing, like the whole twin thing in this episode. Like, I think a lesser show would have made the twins the whole focus. Like trying to figure out, oh, this twin's here, or like making the whole episode how Archer is just a liar because he can't identify the two. But no, it's just like one little throwaway concept that just kind of makes the episode flow better.
Oh, shit. God, I hate it when he's right.
And I just like the series' ability to create these really interesting one-off characters that seem like really fully formed. They don't feel like once the episode ends, they disappear. You think, oh, well, this guy can totally go on and have his own life. And then when they show up again later on, it's like, oh, okay, that totally makes sense what would have happened to them. Plus, it's this season where they seem to master that whole scene transition cut on dialogue that I really, really like. It becomes really noticeable in this season.
All these idiots think about is sex.
It's called nymphomania.
Oh, it's just great!
No, this is not at all great.
Why not?
Screw the damn swamps. Think of what happened to Ampetco's profit margin.
What? Big money. Huge tax credits.
You are going to eat so many spiderwebs.
That's what he said. Scripes phones me at my niece's house in Secaucus, New Jersey. I live with my niece in Secaucus.
And I love that bit, and I think they use it to great effect. It's an amazing way to keep a story moving. I never get tired of it. You think it would get old, but again, it's like a scene transition. It's there to like create a beat, and I love it. One episode that stands out to me is the Grand Prix episode, just because it has a car race in it and just so many new assets. I sort of use that as a visual benchmark to judge the previous season. Because in the previous season, they had like one car chase with Archer and Cyril trying to run away from Lana.
Oh, I'm crazy. Cyril, you're the one who killed a perfectly good hooker.
And then I compared it to this race, which you have, I think they were really pushing their limits. It showed that like we were really putting the money in the right direction with the, no doubt, increased budget they got from having season 2 greenlit. Oh, speaking of Archer's character development and personal connection, I guess we should talk about the whole cancer saga thing, where in one episode he finds out he has breast cancer, and in the next episode he finds out that the cancer medicine that he's been taking is a forgery. And then he has to go on this huge rampage. He mainly does it for himself, but he also does it for this sweet little old lady that he met in the pharmacy called Ruth.
You're sweet enough to come see a sick old lady in the hospital.
What? I didn't come by to see you. I'm trying to bang a candy striper. But, it's not good, huh?
No, dear. Afraid it's just not responding to those chemo drugs.
Hey, you two can't smoke in here.
Oh, unwad your panties.
And I just again, going back to humanizing Archer, it was really nice to have him sort of really connect with another human, which he will in later seasons, but he really didn't do that in the first season. So I think this is a good bridge. You've got the pipeline episode, which is my personal favorite. It's basically Archer and Lana just dicking around in the Everglades, and he gets to drive his motorboat? No, it's not a motorboat. A fan boat? I forget the actual proper name.
An
airboat, Lana.
Just so many great scenes in it. Just so many great bits. Lana with the dry ice. Also, it sets up that she was we learn that she was a radical environmentalist. This season is fantastic for just world building. Much more so than the first season in terms of just the secondary characters. We learn that Pam used to live on a farm, and that also she just gets up to all sorts of crazy crap.
260, 280, and Jackson makes 3. And, sorry about your homies.
We learn of Woodhouse's origins, that he used to be a World War I assistant to a officer. After an officer who he had very, very strong feelings for died, basically went on a rampage, and he was, kicked out of the army on medical leave and just kind of bummed around, and then ended up meeting Mallory.
Don't shoot! Please, I just killed a man and I think my water just broke, so I could really, really use a drink.
We learn that Cheryl is a rich millionaire psycho who has a pet ocelot. And that Krieger was maybe one of Hitler's clones.
Also, yes.
And of course, the many, many potential fathers of Archer. So yeah, and also the fact that Mallory will hire anybody that seems to show enough gumption.
Lady, you don't scare me.
Dear, this is a .44 Magnum. You're really not scared, are you?
No.
Then how would you like a job?
Which makes it weird that she didn't recognize Pam as a possible agent earlier on, when she escapes her own kidnappers and then starts to beat the crap out of everybody.
Pam, you okay?
Do you people even give a shit?
Oh, good God, woman!
Oh, I want to go back to Cyril's character. I had forgot to mention in the season 1 episode, for some reason I thought all the really dark character development that he went through in season 1, I thought that was all in this season.
I was dating Lana, but since I suffer from sexual addiction, which these quacks deny is even real, now they're treating me for... Can somebody please shut up that damn coyote?
Chlormatress, Pam? Oh, one thing I wanted to point out is that I'm not exactly sure where technology is in this world. I mean, the show obviously has a huge boner for the 1960s and the 1970s future aesthetic. But it also takes place in the modern world. I mean, you've got there's reel-to-reel tape in Krieger's lab, but you've also got cell phones and satellite dishes and stuff like that. So,
Krieger-san, my cherry blossoms are wilting.
But society couldn't deal with it.
And then at the tail end, I would have to say that the show sort of loses steam when you get to Koktyev and Robo-Berry. At that point, I thought it was like, oh, well, this series might be starting to lose steam. I mean, little did I know. I, for one, did suspect Koktyev, I can't pronounce that name, so I'm not going to try, the Russian woman of being a spy, but I guess she was like genuinely in love with Archer. Go fig. And then, of course, you have Robo-Berry, which sort of signifies that the series would be going more and more into like the science fiction realm.
Reset the meter.
Oh, God.
Which, of course, is, you know, a take on the $7 Million Man. Is that how much it was? Oh well.
So don't try to do anything stupid. I don't have to try. Shit, whatever, move.